during the last session. So I'll start sharing my screen. And please let me know if you can see my presentation, okay?
Okay.
So today's class, it's about intonation and the 3 T's. It's a recap and a practical class. And the date of today is December the 4th. So let's begin. First of all, I would like to start with a very fun activity that is 2 truths and a lie. I'm not sure if you know this game.
Yes,
Truth and a lie.
we have played it before with Mr. Ramirez.
So, can you tell me, how do we play?
My favorite game.
Is it your favorite game, really?
Kind of.
Okay, so let's see if you're good liars. In this game, I'll mention 3 things, and you'll have to guess which one is a lie. Of course, I have 2 truths and 1 lie. So let's begin. Then it's your turn to practice. So start thinking about, you can start thinking now, sorry, about 2 truths and 1 lie. So my favorite animals are cats. I lived in Osorno for 2 years, and I'm not vegetarian. Which one is true? Which one is a lie?
The lie is the last one.
You say
I
that
think.
actually I'm vegetarian.
Yeah, I think so.
Anybody else?
I agree.
Yeah, me too.
You are.
So you say I am vegetarian. Are you sure? You'll go for the third one?
Your voice sounds nice, so I think so.
What?
Your voice sounds nice, so I think you're vegetarian.
Okay. What about the rest? Vanessa, what do you think? Which one is the lie?
I think that the lie is the last one as well.
That the lie is the last one. And Catherine, Javiera, what about you?
Yeah, I go for the last one because I don't want to say stereotype, but you look like a vegetarian person.
Okay, thanks. And Javiera, are you here or not? Javiera León?
Yes.
So which one is the lie? What do you think?
I think the last one too, because sounds like a lie.
That sounds like a lie. Okay, so I'll give you the answer. The lie is that I have never lived in Osorno. Actually, I'm not vegetarian. That's true. And my favorite animals are cat. That's a true. But the lie is that I've never lived in Osorno. So I didn't live in Osorno for 2 years. It seems like I'm good for lies. Let's
Do
go
you
with.
eat animals?
Disappointed.
Oh, you're
Yes.
disappointed. I'm sorry. I used to be a vegetarian, but now I'm not. Sorry, guys. You had some different expectations about me. Boo, says Professor Bruno. Mr. Ramirez, are you vegetarian, by the way?
No, I'm not. I would love to, but I'm not.
Okay. What about, do we have vegetarian students in this class? Danielle, you're disappointed. I'm sorry. I'll try to, okay? I cannot say I eat meat every day, but sometimes I do. So I cannot say that I'm vegetarian. Let's go with the next one. Let's see, which one is a lie? I hate spicy food. I learned how to ride a bike when I was 5, and I met President Piñera. What can you say? Which one is a lie?
Two. I go for that.
You'll go for number 2. So say, I
Yeah,
didn't
that's the imposter.
That's the imposter, like in Among Us. What about the rest? Which one do
I'll
you?
go for the first one.
You'll go
I
for
can't
the,
hate spicy food.
I agree with Claudio. I think you like spicy food.
you think that I like spicy food. Hmm. I don't know. Anybody else has a different answer?
I'll go for the last one.
Who said that? Catherine, you'll go for the last one. You think that the last one is a lie?
Vanessa.
Oh, Vanessa, sorry.
It's Vanessa.
So you think that the last one is the lie, right?
Yes.
Well, actually, yes. The last one is a lie. I have never met President Piñera. Never in my life. And actually, I hate spicy food. And yes, I learned how to ride a bike when I was 5. It was so difficult for me, but I learned anyway. You see, you were wrong in the first try and then in this one. Let's go for one more. Okay. Let's see. So, which one is the lie? I have 2 truths and 1 lie. I brush my teeth 4 times a day. I'm allergic to strawberries. And I've never broken a bone.
The last one.
The second one.
Someone says the last one. Someone said the second one.
The second, I'll go for the second.
We'll go for the second one.
I go for the second one too.
You'll go for the second. Anybody else?
Second one.
The first one.
The first one. So you say I don't brush my teeth 4 times a day. How many times do you think that I brush my teeth during the day?
3 times?
3 times? Well, the lie is that I've never broken a bone. Actually, I brush my teeth 4 times a day because I like to brush my teeth before breakfast. And I'm a very allergic person. Actually, I'm not only allergic to strawberries, but also to bananas. And let me remember. Yes, I'm allergic to bananas and strawberries. But I've never broken a bone in my life. Never. So you see? That was my lie. I've never broken a bone. Now I would like you to share with the rest of the class 2 truths and 1 lie. So we can guess which one is a lie. Who would like to start? It can be personal experiences, personal information, facts. Go ahead. Now it's your turn to participate. Who would like to start? Nobody? Think about 2 truths and 1 lie about yourselves. It can be anything. It's not difficult. Any volunteer?
I can do it.
Okay, Catherine, thank you very much. Go ahead.
So the first is I graduate at the top of my class in school. The second, I have 2 cats. And the last one, I've been playing musical instruments since I was a child.
The second one.
The second one.
I think you have just 1 cat, but I'm not sure.
Can you repeat
Yeah,
the
I think
first one?
The first, I graduate at the top of my class in school.
I will say the third one.
I'll go for the third one too.
The third one?
Yes, you said you've been playing a musical instrument since
I was a child.
you were a child. I'll go for number 3.
Nope. You are wrong. All of you.
Oh, really? Which one is the lie?
The lie is the first one. I graduated at the top of my class in school because I was always in second place. And I have 2 cats, and I've been playing musical instruments since I was probably 5 or something like that.
Okay, thank you very much, Catherine. It was difficult to know which one was the lie. Now I'd like to invite Catalina Salcedo to participate. Can you share with the rest of the class 2 truths and 1 lie?
I'm thinking.
So, meanwhile, Catalina is thinking about 2 truths and 1 lie. Anybody else who would like to share the truths and the lies? And the lie, I'm sorry, because it's just one. What about Carla Trujillo? Carla?
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, what can you say?
Okay, the first one. I don't know how to ride a bike. The second one, I've never dyed my hair. And third one, I like country music.
Okay, I'll go for the third one. That you like country music.
I'll go for the second one.
The second one as well.
Yeah, the second.
So, what's the lie? I said I'll go for the third one.
It's actually the first one. I do know how to ride a bike. And the second one, I've dyed my hair a lot. So that was.
But you said I have never dyed my hair, I think.
Sorry.
That's why.
Oh, so there were 2 lies. Well, the truth one, it was the third one. I really like country music.
Okay.
Sorry, I said 2 lies.
No, don't worry.
I didn't write it down, so it was difficult.
Yeah, no problem. So the lie was that you said that you know how to ride a bike, but actually you don't know how to ride a bike. You should learn, Carla.
I said I don't know how to ride a bike, so that was a lie because I do.
Because you know how to ride a bike.
The second one was that I've never dyed my hair, so that was another lie. I said 2 lies. Sorry about that.
No worries. Thank you very much, Carla, for your participation. Guillermo. Guillermo, what about you? Are you a good liar?
I don't know.
The truth, 1 lie, so we can get.
I love Jurassic Park. It's my favorite movie. The second one, I like watching national channels. The third one, I prefer my uncle's dog than my own dog.
Okay, I'll go for the third one because I wouldn't prefer my uncle's dog than my dog. What about the rest?
Can you repeat the first one?
I like the movie that I love is Jurassic Park.
Oh, I'll go for the third one.
I'll go for the second one.
The second one.
I said the third one. Guillermo, can you tell us which one is true and which one is a lie?
The lie is the second one. I like watching national channels because I barely watch that kind of channels because I can't put out so much time, more than 15, 20 minutes, and I think that I start hating it. And the third one is good mainly because I have I have spent a lot of time with that dog, so and I think that he understood me better than my own dog.
Oh, I can't believe that number three is true because I love my dogs more than any other dog. Carlos wrote in the chat box, so I'll read his truth and lies. He said, "I love working out. I'm always I always ride a bike, and I never eat junk food." So now you can guess which one is the lie. He
The
said,
second one.
"You said the second one. I always ride a bike."
I'm sure about it.
You're sure about it because you know Carlos. Is Carlos your friend?
Pretty much.
Okay. And Angela and Vanessa said that number two is a lie. I always ride a bike. I'll say that number one is a lie. I love working out. Hmm. I don't think that is true, that you love working out. So, Carlos, can you tell us which one was the lie, actually? You can write in the chat box. Okay, the lie was the third one, that you never, oh, you said I never ate junk food. So actually you always eat junk food. That's not so good for you and for your health. And just one more participant, two truths and a lie. Who would like to go with two truths and one lie?
I would like to do it.
Okay, go ahead.
So the first one is that I don't like coffee. The second one is that I have 3 pets. And the third one is that I have a bunch of moles in my face.
Can you repeat number 3, please? That you have a bunch of what?
Moles.
Okay.
In my face.
In your face. So, what's the lie? What about the rest? Which one do you think that it's the lie? 1, 2, or 3?
First.
Anybody else? Somebody said the first one is a lie.
The first one.
Yes, it was the first one, that you don't like coffee?
Yes, because I do like coffee.
Oh, okay, you like coffee. You really like coffee, I guess, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much to all of you for your participation. I think that this game is quite fun, two truths and a lie, so we can know more about each other, right? Okay, now let's continue with the content. During the last session, Friday session in which I was present, I talked about the 6 functions of intonation. So let's remember that there are 6 very important functions of intonation, which are the attitudinal function, the grammatical function, the focusing function, the discourse function, the lexical function, and the psychological function. Now I would like you to remember and tell me which one is that function that I'm talking about. Okay, so if you want to participate, just turn on your microphones and we will see. So you can tell me, is the psychological function, is the focusing function, or the grammatical function? Okay, so remember the names. I'm sure you remember them because we saw them during the previous session. So if I say, to express our attitudes and emotions, to show shock or surprise, pleasure or anger, interest or boredom, seriousness or sarcasm, and many others. What function of intonation is that one?
Can you put the previous slides, please?
Yes, of course.
I agree. I agree with Carlos. It is the attitudinal function.
Is it the attitudinal function? Okay, yes. Well, actually, it is the attitudinal function. Oh, thank you, Mr. Ramirez, for sending the picture with the names of the functions. So when we want to express our attitudes and emotion, we are talking about the attitudinal function of intonation. Now, can you give me one example in which you express your attitude or an emotion when using intonation? Anybody?
Maybe something short like, that's great.
Okay, what are you expressing?
Kind of excitement and maybe interest in something.
Okay, yes, exactly. Anybody else? What about Catherine? Can you give us one example in which you can use intonation to express an emotion or an attitude?
When we say no way, in some way it could be a surprise or
No.
shock, depending on the previous on the previous thing that you said.
Okay, so it depends on the situation, right? If you say no way, like that can be possible. Thank you very much, Catherine. Let's go with the next one. If we say that we can show what information in an utterance is new and what is already known, and that we use it to bring some part of the message into focus and leave other parts out of focus, to emphasize or highlight some parts and not others. What function is that? We already said the
The
attitude.
focusing function.
The what? Sorry, can you repeat?
The focusing function.
The focusing function, exactly. Thank you very much, Claudio. It is the focusing function of intonation. Now let's go with the third one. If I say that intonation helps us organize speech into units that are easy to perceive, memorize, and perform. We can all repeat an arbitrary string of 3, 4, or 5 numbers, but not a string of 10, unless we split them into 2 units of 5. What function is that? What function of intonation? We already said the attitudinal function and the focusing function.
I think that it is the psychological.
Yes, exactly. It's the psychological function. How can this function help us remember words? How can intonation help us in this way? And how can it help us to organize the speech? There is an example there. We can all repeat an arbitrary string of 3, 4, or 5 numbers, but not a string of 10. You know, when we memorize a phone number, we can also divide the phone numbers by 2 or 3 numbers, but not all of them together. Can you give me another example in which this function is present? Anyone?
maybe when we learn the verbs like swim, swam, swim, and we repeat it all in that way, and we do it the same thing with a big bunch of different verbs. I mean, irregular verbs.
Okay, yes, exactly, Guillermo. So in that case, you use intonation to memorize the three different tenses of the same verb. So you repeat them like the three of them with a different intonation. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I mean that you put them with the same sound, like the same rhythm. It's like they share the same pattern, so you use them together.
Ah, okay. So it's the same pattern of intonation. So it's easier for you to remember the three verbs, right? And in that case, we have the psychological function of intonation. Am I right? Guillermo, is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah, mainly by the sound, like s, swim, swim, tor in all the time. But maybe I'm not really sure.
Oh, okay. So yes, I understand your example. So it has to do with the first sound of the word, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Guillermo. Let's go with the next one. Intonation signals how sequences of clauses and sentences go together in a spoken discourse to contrast or to cohere. It enables us to signal whether or not we have to come to the end of the point we are making, whether we want to keep talking or are ready to give another speaker a turn. What function is that? Anybody? Carlos says it's the discourse function. What about the
Yeah,
rest? Do you
for
agree with Carlos?
yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Everybody? You think that it's the discourse function? So actually, yes, it's the discourse function. And what's very important here is that thanks to intonation, we know when a person has finished speaking or when he's going to continue talking. So can you give me one example? I mean, the same example as we did during the previous session, in which you express yourself that you want to continue talking, that you haven't finished talking, and then one in which you've already finished talking. Anybody? It's not difficult. Go ahead. Anyone who would like to participate? Try to express that you want to continue talking and then that you have finished talking.
For example, when you said yes, and when you said yes,
Okay, yes, I see. In the second one, you haven't finished. What do you want to say? Am I right?
exactly.
Exactly. You see, it's not difficult. Anybody else? Thank you very much, Catherine.
I have an example is like I like playing video games, and the other one it will be like I like playing video games, like, and then start naming some games.
Yes, perfectly, Guillermo. So, yes, I hear that you want to continue talking in the second example, right? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much. One more, another volunteer to provide one example with the discourse function. What about Daniel? Daniel, are you here?
Yes.
So, Daniel, can you give us two examples? One in which you express that the first one? Okay, choose the first one or the second one, but one in which you want to continue talking, and then another one in which you have come to the end of your point.
Okay, let me think. Um, I'll say I'll say
Very good. I'll say, and it seems like you're going to continue talking. And in the second one, you finish your point, right?
yes, you're right.
Thank you very much, Danielle. That is great. We have two more functions of intonation. Let's see the next one. So, can you remember the name of the following function of intonation? Intonation helps identifying grammatical structures in speech rather as punctuation does in writing. We use intonation to mark the beginning and the end of grammatical units such as clause and sentence. We also use intonation to distinguish clause types such as questions versus a statement and to disambiguate various grammatically ambiguous structures. So what function is that?
The grammatical.
Sorry, can you repeat?
The grammatical function.
It's the grammatical function. Yes, exactly. With the grammatical function, sorry, we can identify different structures in speech. And finally, just one more. What function of intonation is that? Intonation may act as a marker of personal or social identity. What makes mothers sound like mothers, lovers sound like lovers, lawyers sound like lawyers, clergymen sound like clergymen, news readers sound like news readers, officials sound like officials, partly their characteristic intonation. What function is that?
The indexical.
What about the rest? Do you agree? Is it the indexical function?
Yes, it is.
Yes, exactly. It is the last one, the indexical function. Okay, so now that you have all remembered the different functions of intonation, let's continue with the second part. We're going to start with the concept of tonality. I would like you to brainstorm some concepts related to tonality. What can you remember about tonality? It's a concept that you've been learning and applying during the last session. So what can you say about tonality? Just brainstorming concepts related to tonality. Anyone?
Tonality are chunks. I mean, the division of the spoke into chunks.
Okay, tonality has to do with chunking. Yes, good. Anybody else? What else about tonality?
In some way, it is useful to identify some things like punctuation that is not present in the spoken speech. Like
Yes,
to know,
exactly.
yeah.
Tonality helps us identify punctuation, right? With the pauses. Thank you very much, Guillermo. Anybody else? Brainstorming ideas of tonality. Nobody else remember the concept of tonality? The assessment week is coming. It's coming. You should remember this concept that you've been learning.
Sorry, it's related to intonation too.
Yes, exactly. Because all the chunks are known as intonation phrases or IPs. So, Catherine, you are right. And there is an intonation pattern associated with each chunk. Thank you very much, Catherine. So, let's continue with an activity for tonality. In this paragraph, you will divide according to what you hear, you'll be doing a chunking practice, okay? So you will place a vertical verb for the end and the beginning of the utterance according to what you can hear. Questions? I'll write the paragraph in the chat box so you can copy this in a Word file and you can start applying the vertical verbs according to what you can hear. Okay? Questions?
Nope, no questions. This is the activity that we have pending from the last session.
Yes, it's the activity that we couldn't finish during the last session. So I'll write in the chat box the paragraph and you can start chunking according to what you can hear. So give me just 1 second so I can share the paragraph with you. Okay, there it is. It's in the chat box. Can you see it? Or not yet?
Yes.
Yes? Super. So according to what you can hear, you can place the vertical bars in the paragraph. Please copy the paragraph in a Word file so then you can share your answers with the rest of the class. I'll give you some minutes so you can copy the paragraph in the Word file. And then I'm going to play the recording twice. Okay, everybody's ready to start? Yes or no yet?
Yes.
Yes, everyone? Ready? What about the rest? All of you ready?
I'm ready to.
You're ready to. Okay, thank you, Daniel. So I'll play the recording twice. Let's listen. Thank you, Carlos. You're ready too. Okay, pay attention.
BusinessEnglishMaterials.com. Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola Company is a soft drinks giant that was established in 1886. Its mission is to strive to refresh the world, inspire moments of optimism and happiness, create value, and make a difference. It often tops the list of being the world's most recognizable brand. Its iconic Coca-Cola drink, also known as Coke, started life as medicine. Today, it is one of the biggest selling products on the planet. The company website says its 3,300 plus beverages are sold in over 200 countries. It sells 1.6 billion drinks a day and employs close to 100,000 people. One secret to the company's phenomenal success is what it calls the Coca-Cola system, the more than 300 worldwide bottling partners that work together to distribute its products. Another is its catchy advertising slogans, such as Coke is it. Its biggest rival is Pepsi.
Okay, now I'll play the recording one more time. If you need to listen to it for the third time, just let me know, okay? So here it goes.
BusinessEnglishMaterials.com. Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola Company is a soft drinks giant that was established in 1886. Its mission is to strive to refresh the world, inspire moments of optimism and happiness, create value, and make a difference. It often tops the list of being the world's most recognizable brand. Its iconic Coca-Cola drink, also known as Coke, started life as medicine. Today, it is one of the biggest selling products on the planet. The company website says its 3,300 plus beverages are sold in over 200 countries. It sells 1.6 billion drinks a day and employs close to 100,000 people. One secret to the company's phenomenal success is what it calls the Coca-Cola system. The more than 300 worldwide bottling partners that work together to distribute its products. Another is its catchy advertising slogans, such as Coke is it. Its biggest rival is Pepsi.
Okay, how is that? Do you need to listen to it again? Just let me know. Or you're ready. My dear students.
Maybe one more time.
Yes? What about the rest? Do you agree? Do you need to listen to it one more time?
Yeah, to check.
Okay, so I'll play the recording for the third time.
BusinessEnglishMaterials.com. Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola Company is a soft drinks giant that was established in 1886. Its mission is to strive to refresh the world, inspire moments of optimism and happiness, create value, and make a difference. It often tops the list of being the world's most recognizable brand. Its iconic Coca-Cola drink, also known as Coke, started life as medicine. Today, it is one of the biggest selling products on the planet. The company website says its 3,300 plus beverages are sold in over 200 countries. It sells 1.6 billion drinks a day and employs close to 100,000 people. One secret to the company's phenomenal success is what it calls the Coca-Cola system. The more than 300 worldwide bottling partners that work together to distribute its products. Another is its catchy advertising slogans, such as Coke is it. Its biggest rival is Pepsi.
Okay, so now let's check. And who would like to start sharing their material? Who's ready to share his or her answer with the rest of the class? Where did you place each one of the vertical bars? Who would like to start so we can check together? Any volunteer?
I can do it.
Okay, Guillermo, go ahead. So I'll let you share your screen and you can share with the rest of the class.
Maybe this. Can you see it?
Let's see.
Yes.
Yes. So, where did you place each one of the vertical bars?
I don't know
What
if you
can
can
you tell us?
see this. I put the place one after soft drinks giant. Then after the established in 1886, then I put 2 bars. Its mission is to strive to refresh the world, and then I put another one. Then inspire moments of optimism and happiness. I put another one, single bar. Create value. Then I put another one at the end of make a difference. And then after the most recognizable brand, and I put double bar. After Coca-Cola drink, then also known as Coke, and then start life as medicine, and then I put the double bar. Then today I put a bar because it makes a small post. And then after the products on the planet, I put double bar because it's and ends in that place ends the idea. Then I left the whole sentence complete here because I didn't. I think there was one, but I couldn't find it. And then it sells 1.6 billion drinks a day, a single bar. Then employs close to 100,000 people with double bar. Then after phenomenal success. Then after Coca-Cola system, and I put a double bar after to distribute its products. And in the last line, I put after slogans. I put a single bar, then such as another bar, and Coke is it. And then the last line, I let it like the whole thing.
Okay, Guillermo, thank you very much. But I would like to ask the rest of you, would you add any other vertical verb according to what Guillermo did? Is there any missing vertical verb in the paragraph? What about the rest? Do you have the same answer, something different? What about after the word company?
Yes, I have one vertical bar in after Coca-Cola company. In the first
Exactly.
sentence.
Me too. I also have a vertical verb after the word company because I think that is the end. There is a different intonation for that part. So I place a vertical verb after the word company. And then what about the last part? After the word another. Does anyone place
Yeah, I also have
One vertical bar.
vertical bar in another.
in another? Yes, exactly. So Guillermo, you can add a vertical verb in another because there is a different intonation for that part in the utterance. Maybe we can listen again and check one more time the vertical verbs for chunking in this paragraph, okay? So, Guillermo, don't stop sharing your file. We're going to listen to it one more time.
BusinessEnglishMaterials.com. Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola Company is a soft drinks giant that was established in 1886. Its mission is to strive to refresh.
Oh, what happened there in mission? Shall we put a vertical verb after the phrase its mission?
Yeah, I have one.
Yes.
Yes, because we have a pause there, and then there is a different intonation for the next phrase. So let's see.
Coca-Cola Company is a soft drinks giant that was established in 1886. Its mission is to strive to refresh the world, inspire moments of optimism and happiness, create value, and make a difference. It often tops the list of being the world's most recognizable brand. Its iconic Coca-Cola drink, also known as Coke, started life as medicine. Today, it is one of the biggest selling products on the planet. The company website says it's 3,300 plus.
What about the company website says?
Yes,
What about that part?
agree.
Do you
Should be a
agree?
vertical
Where should we place the vertical bar? There.
after. Sorry. Which bar were you referring to?
Okay, let's listen again. Pay attention.
Also known as Coke, started life as medicine. Today, it is one of the biggest selling products on the planet. The company website says its 3,300 plus beverages are sold in over 200 countries. It sells 1.6 billion drinks a day.
Sorry, it was before that. Let me go back and play the recording again. I'm sorry, guys.
Moments of optimism and happiness, create value, and make a difference. It often tops the list of being the world's most recognizable brand. Its iconic Coca-Cola drink, also known as Coke, started life as medicine. Today, it is one of the biggest selling products on the planet. The company website says it's...
Fifth part. The company website says, what about after the word website? Would you place a vertical bar after the word website or not really? What about the rest of the...
I heard a pause, so I guess I would do it.
Yes, we have a pause after the word website. Exactly. So there should be another vertical bar there dividing the utterances. Okay, let's continue now.
It is one of the biggest selling products on the planet. The company website says its 3,300 plus beverages are sold in over 200 countries. It sells 1.6 billion drinks a day and employs close to 100,000 people.
What happened in the part of an employees?
There's a small pause in the...
Yes, and there is a different pattern of intonation. And employees, and then we have another one, another vertical verb after the word employees. After. And employees, close to 100,000 people. Okay, let's continue.
One secret to the company's phenomenal success is what it calls the Coca-Cola system.
Then again, one secret to the company's phenomenal success is what it calls the Coca-Cola system. After the word calls, we have another vertical verb, right? There is a different intonation for that phrase. Do you agree? Anybody? What about the rest of the class?
Where? Sorry?
After the word calls.
Calls. Let me see. Well, I didn't have one bar there, but I don't know.
You don't see the difference? We can listen again. Let's go back to that part. Let's see.
1.6 billion drinks a day and employs close to 100,000 people. One secret to the company's phenomenal success is what it calls the Coca-Cola system.
There is a different intonation for
Yeah,
that.
now I noticed.
Okay, let's continue. Thank you, Carlos. He says, I agree. He's writing in the chat box. Okay, so let's go for the final part.
More than 300 worldwide bottling partners that work together. Another.
Okay, once again, the more than 300 worldwide bottling partners that work together to distribute its product. So there should be two vertical words there. One after the word partners and then one after the word together. Do you agree with me or not? What about the rest of the class? Are you following me?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Do you have the same answers?
Not really, but I'm checking.
Not really, but you're taking. But what can you say? Do you agree with me? There should be a vertical word after the word partners and then after the word together, or not really?
Yeah. After partner, I can notice the pause, and after together, it's like in a small one.
Okay, let's
The
listen
same
again.
as category.
You have the same? Okay.
Yeah, I have after partners, but not after together.
Okay, so I'm going to play that part again.
To the company's phenomenal success is what it calls the Coca-Cola system. The more than 300 worldwide bottling partners that work together to distribute its products. Another.
And now, can you see the difference? That work together to distribute its product.
Yeah, it's very small, but I think it counts.
Okay, so let's go now with the final part from another.
Is its catchy advertising Coca-Cola system. The more than 300 worldwide bottling partners that work together to distribute its products. Another is its catchy advertising slogans, such as Coke is it. Its biggest rival is Pepsi.
So that's the end, and I have the same as Guillermo for the last part. What about the rest of the class? Do you have something different? Do you think that we should play another vertical bar there?
Teacher, I have a doubt in the last sentence because I think that there is a small pause after rival, and then it
After
says it's
rival.
Pepsi.
Okay, let's check. We can listen again. Let's see. You say there is a small pause after the word rival, right?
Yeah, very, very small, like a tiny.
Okay, so let's listen again.
Another is its catchy advertising slogans, such as Coke is it. Its biggest rival is Pepsi.
Yes, exactly. We should place the last vertical verb after the word rival because there is a pause there. Its biggest rival is Pepsi. Very good. Who noticed the last one? Was it Daniel? Was it you?
What?
Daniel, you said that there should be a vertical verb after the word arrival?
No,
Or
it
it was
wasn't me.
okay. So it was Guillermo, maybe.
I think that it was.
Yes, it was Guillermo. Very good. Okay, so this is the end of the first part of the practical activity of tonality. Now, I would like to have a 10 minutes break for you, and then we can come back and continue with the rest part with the practical activities for tonicity and tone. Okay? So I'll be waiting for you here. Please come back and we can continue with the rest part of the lesson, with the second part. Okay?
Okay.
10 minutes break.
Okay.
You should be back at 17 past 12.
Okay.
No more than